title that people really, really raved about. It's about 40 minutes long. It also involved Walter defeated Pete Dunne for the NXT UK Championship on that show. Velveteen Dream beat Matt Riddle on that show, and it opened with War Raiders against Aleister Black and Ricochet on that show as well. So I just think top to bottom, as far as match quality, those matches, and there was a 4-way women's match as well. Shayna Baszler, Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Kairi Sane, which was also pretty solid. I think all those matches you could probably rate 3.5 stars or above. So just from a match quality standpoint, I thought that was the best card of the year. Just the usual NXT, the tight five match card, 2.5 3 hours, and you're good to go. So that was my pick for card of the year.
Yeah, but we watched that as well that weekend, and I would agree with you. You can't go wrong. Match of the year, Joe. What's your match of the year?
So for me, there's so many. It's hard to pick, right? I mean, I think a lot of people, when anybody ever is just doing these types of lists or they're trying to figure out match of the year, you think about the quality of matches that wrestling fans get. If you watch all the different promotions that we've talked about, and probably even some of the ones that we don't, there's just so much good wrestling out there. So there's a lot to choose from. But I'll say, when I thought about what match did I really enjoy the most this year, for a variety of different reasons, it was a match from Night 7 of the G1. It was Will Ospreay versus Okada from that tournament. So, it's one of many matches that these guys have in the tournament, so I can't say that it meant any more than any of the other matches in the tournament, or it wasn't for the title or anything like that. But just watching it, I was really, those guys are two of the best right now. So I really couldn't ask for much more from them. I was even buying into Ospreay potentially winning. They're both, I think, part of the Chaos stable in New Japan. So it was just really good. It's the kind of the usual New Japan close falls at the end, and finisher, kick out, whatever. So it was just really good. I enjoyed that match the most. There's so many to choose from, whether it was from the G1 or New Japan in general, or NXT, or 205 Live. So there's just so much out there to pick from. So that's the one that I went with.
I knew what match I had. I just wasn't sure the date for it. It's funny you should say Will Ospreay versus Okada, because I went Will Ospreay versus Shingo, the best of the Super Junior finals. It was the best match of the year, and the best match, well, for me, and the best match I can remember seeing since I think Omega Okada 2. I don't remember, but it was the match was laid out the way a match like that should be. Shingo, the immovable beast, Will Ospreay having to overcome obstacles to beat Shingo. It was dumbed down in a good way, professional wrestling, good guy versus bad guy, crowd getting behind Will Ospreay. Shingo is undefeated. I don't think he was undefeated at this point. I think he might have lost before that, but regardless, I can't. Like you said, when you said match of the year, it's funny because I thought about Will Ospreay and Shingo, and I also thought about Will Ospreay and Kota Ibushi at Wrestle Kingdom. So I think what that says is Will Ospreay might be the best wrestler in the world, right? Is that fair to say that the best wrestler who puts on the best wrestling matches, nothing else in the equation, is Will Ospreay?
I think he's certainly a good choice for that. He's probably one of the few that if you're saying just in ring matches, I mean, he's as good as it gets. I think right now, any Will Ospreay match, at least for me, I look forward to watching, knowing that he's going to put on a really good performance.
And his style's really changed, not drastically, but it's not the spot monkey style like it used to be. He does things with a purpose. He's added a lot into his arsenal, and it's funny to see. He's kind of like a young, like Nova, right? In ECW, Nova would come out these moves, and you'd see him on a Friday morning at 2 a.m. And then on Monday night, guess what? The moves that Nova did over the weekend were being done on Raw and SmackDown. That's what you're seeing. Off the top of my head, Buddy Murphy, the Cheeky Nando's kick, and there's so many more that I can't think of right now, but Will Ospreay is that guy that even modern day people pattern themselves after. So that's it, man. That wraps up our all night awards for 2019. Joe, what is one thing, just one thing you want to see in wrestling in 2020? And keep it PG.
One thing that I want to see in wrestling in 2020. How about New Japan partnering up with AEW instead of Ring of Honor, and kind of adding a little bit of a spice to the mix on the Wednesday Night Wars, and maybe having some New Japan guys travel over to the U.S. and vice versa, and just maybe sprucing up the weekly wrestling wars on Wednesdays.
So you want the final nail in the coffin for Ring of Honor? Is that what you're saying?
Well, the other thing is I was thinking recently, how many cards recently have they had New Japan guys on? Maybe the last, 6 months or so? I mean, I'm sure they've had some that I'm probably forgetting about, but...
GOD.
Yeah, GOD was the last I remember, and that was probably midsummer, right? Maybe somewhere during the summer. So I think the last 4 or 5 months, they didn't have anybody on Final Battle that I can think of from New Japan. They seem to be moving a little bit more towards, some stuff from Mexico.
CMLL.
Yeah. So, I don't.
Which,
I'm not
gotta
saying,
be honest, Joe.
Yeah.
Sorry, not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I don't know if that signals anything for their relationship with New Japan or not. I've not heard anything about that. So I did see somebody said the other day that Tanahashi said if he beats Jericho at Wrestle Kingdom that he's going to challenge. He wanted to challenge him, put out a challenge for the AEW title. I don't know if that's true because the article was written in Japanese, so I couldn't say if the person was just trolling or not. But if so, that would be kind of cool. So that's what kind of got me thinking about it a little bit more, and maybe they'll be able to defrost whatever the relationship is between New Japan and AEW, and maybe that's what I would like to see happen in 2020. What about you?
Wow, that was a really great wish list. That was a great call. What do I want to see happen in 2020 in professional wrestling? I want to see NXT move away from Full Sail. That's it. I'm tired of Full Sail. I'm tired of the small feel. I don't mind a small feel like dude. I forget. Scratch it. I know what I want. I know what I want in 2020. You ready?
I'm ready.
I want NWA to come to New York, baby. I want power. I want Dawkins into the fire in New York, New Jersey. I want somewhere you and I can go see NWA. I want the NWA to put on pay-per-views every single month. I want NWA to come out with more question mark shirts. I want more Eli Drake shirts. I want more Josephus shirts. I want some Cowboy James Storm shirts. I want more merch. And I want Retro Soft's Retromania video game to come out ASAFP. And I want Nick Aldis, damn it, who really should have been the male wrestler of the year for me that I'm thinking about it. Nick Aldis was a perfect champion this year, but on a bigger scale, I think next year he's going to be in that category because I really think the NWA is going to grow by leaps and bounds, but not outgrow themselves in 2020. So my wish list for 2020 is the NWA to grow and to prosper and to not challenge these other brands, Joe, but to be a niche for people like us, like the viewers they have, and just continue to do everything they're doing, but even better.
That's a great choice. I fully support that. I thought you were going to jump into a Blue Chew read there for a second, but you went in a different direction, and I enjoyed it a lot. I just want to let you know. I
kept it PG because there's a couple things. You know what? I don't want to. So many things that I would like. I don't know who's listening to the podcast. I know we have a couple sponsors, but if listen, speaking of Blue Chew, Christmas is over.
Thank God.
If you didn't get what you want under the tree, if you didn't stuff that stocking the way you'd like, all you have to do is go to bluechew.com and use our promo code
Is that where you want me to jump in?
Yeah. Use our promo code.
It's all night long.
All night long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. BlueChew.com. Use our promo code all night long. Listen.
Is it all night long? I think it is, right? I don't know.
Put
in all night long. Put in all night long WP. One of them is going to work, and you'll get the first order free, right, with a $5 shipping and handling fee. That's it, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all night long. If it's not all night long, it's all night long WP, or it's tap out. It's one of the three. Try it. Whatever you're going to do. I guarantee you the extra 45 seconds it's going to take for you to figure out our promo code, you're going to make up in the bedroom. And she or he, I don't know, they're going to thank you for it. BlueChew.com promo code all night long. That's it. Yeah, we got it. We're good. We got it. Let's wrap this one up. Woof. Put it in the oven, baby. Turn it on 450. See if it bakes. Next week, we're going to have our Wrestle Kingdom predictions. Maybe an interview. I don't know. We got a lot. And Joe, what show are you going to be watching this week that we can review next week?
Well, we're going to be watching UK Rampage 92, I believe, which is on the WWE Network. We received a request to
hold on. I'm going to
show.
put the kid over. Yeah, I'm going to put him over. Hold on. Find his name.
Received a request, and you'll get his name out there, and for us to watch the show and then review it and do a review show. So in the next couple of weeks, in between, like you said, the Wrestle Kingdom predictions and preview, potential interview, we're going to do a review of UK Rampage Tour 1992.
Nick Opalewski. We appreciate you, Nick. So we're going to next week we might have a double show. I mean, we'll definitely get the Wrestle Kingdom one up, but we'll have that. I've never seen it. Joe, have you?
I don't know if I have. I mean, I know I was when they added a bunch of those like Coliseum video type shows, I started watching a few here and there, but I don't know if I've watched Rampage 92, and even if I have, I will certainly enjoy watching it once again. So there's no issue for me there. Anything from that era of the WWF is fair game for me. So I'm happy to watch it, and in the next couple weeks, we'll do a show reviewing it.
Yeah, for sure. We appreciate everybody listening. Again, you can find us everywhere on social media at All Night Long WP, Facebook.com/All Night Long WP, YouTube.com/All Night Long Wrestling Podcast.
Yes.
Listen, anywhere videos are sold, anywhere there's a media to be socialed, we're on there. All Night Long Wrestling Podcast. Find us, subscribe, rate, review, whatever it might be, for the love of God. Get us to 10,000. Oh, yeah. 10,000 subscribers, likes, everything gets us a Pro Wrestling Tees store. If you love animals and you're not a heartless bastard, you would love to buy our merch because portion of the proceeds are going to go to local animal shelters. And if you buy animals, you're an idiot. There you go. That's all I got. We are tapping out this week. He's the Stallion. I'm the Enforcer. And we're out of here.